You prayed for me?
I prayed for you, and then I came here to sin.
I need everybody to pray. I need all the prayer I can get. So thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, cuz.
How was your weekend, bro?
My weekend was alright, man. Shout out to Lil Boo. Went to a video shoot yesterday. Shout out to Billy B and Lil Boo. I was in Brooklyn all day.
That's what's up.
I saw you out there. Your sister, right?
I think it's his cousin.
My cousin.
Your cousin.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Shout out to Lil Boo.
That's what's up. Our producer ain't super producer Marco, so actually I am producing myself. I just got somebody switching the camera.
Podcast Poppy featuring Cookie Pope.
But producer, how are you doing? How was your week?
Yeah.
Your dimple's showing. Does that mean throw baby?
I mean,
Okay.
Play with that record.
I don't know how to start the show without asking. Everybody got answers those questions. Did you get buzzed this week, cuz?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Did you get buzzed this week?
I've been working all week. No time for games.
Did you get buns this week?
Yes. I did. So let's start the show. Can we get the beats back up? Let's turn it up a little bit.
Hold on. Look, I'm on it. Look, we're self-sufficient today.
We got super producer Cookie Pope on the boards. We got Hollywood Bonnie in the building.
Because nobody's gonna fucking check me.
We have a very special guest. My guy, he's a friend of the show because he knows everybody on the show, basically. So, Josiah DonMartin, filmmaker, entrepreneur, all around dope individual.
Okay, I appreciate that. SuperJones.com.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You got multiple clothing lines.
Yeah.
Talk your shit.
Yeah, I'm just saying SuperJones.com. Go, everything's on there, man. I'm gonna throw a promo code up.
Matter of fact, that was my plan. I was gonna wear your shirt on this show.
I told him that before.
And I just grabbed some shit and threw it on.
Dang.
She put out my clothes. That's
Dang.
what it was.
I've worn his shirts on the show before, so and you have too. So
I made the rest of these.
remember
events.
that it
I
was the
definitely
I
wore it
Love
on the
Lucy.
show.
I saw it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Well, it was. Yeah. Well,
He has a dope. He has. First off, we're gonna get into
Very
the mind.
original.
You're gonna see as we're talking, we're gonna get into the mind of this man. But like the shirt that I have has Lucille Ball on one. It's like split. It's a split face, and it's Lucille Ball and BG from Cash Money, and
free BG.
Yeah, definitely free BG. And when I got it, I asked him. I'm gonna ask you on the show. Why Lucille Ball and BG? How'd you come up with that?
I mean, truthfully, it's just like an amalgam of my influences and things I like. But also it just sounded good. I mean, it went well together, like organically, because Cash Money models Ball Till You Fall.
Yeah.
Lucille Ball and BG. But if anybody knows me, I grew up on I Love Lucy, and I grew up on Cash Money Records, so it's like it went together.
So you like ratchet women who drink then too? Because my WCW shirt that I have on my IG and my Facebook also came from his clothing line. It's a shorty drinking a 40 and it says WCW on it.
Yeah, somebody's WCW.
And then I also have shorty who kills Selena. It says Puta. And every time I go somewhere with that shirt on, I was in the airport. They was like, "Where'd you get that from?"
SuperJones.com. And, I actually had that design for like long years and years. And I finally put it to
Good use.
on a shirt. Good use. There you go. Honestly, keep it funky, which I seen some girl was on Snapchat, and her caption was that with a clip of the girl, and it made me think of the design. So, and I sent my man at the time, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna make that design. I'm gonna send her a free one. She did not receive a free shirt ever, but I said at the time.
I forgot what your newest one was.
The Jim Jones or Shikari.
The Jim Jones one. That's what I was like.
Yeah. He's from a classic. I think like March 2003 XXL, something like that.
I should have got that Shikari one for today. I'm channeling my inner Shikari with my orange hair.
I'll send you a link. But the Jim Jones shirt, you know, it just went well with the whole Locks versus Dipset going on right now.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm excited for
it's
that.
It's fast fashion. You can stay current.
Are you going?
I might still go. I seen tickets. Some of them like $750, but I mean, it's probably sold out now, but I'm still on the fence. I might just pop up.
I saw it and I was thinking about going, but the thing that deterred me was because they're having a boxing match, like a few boxing matches right before.
Yeah.
And I don't have all day to sit there and watch boxing before. Like by the time the show starts, I'm gonna be drunk.
Yeah, I watched some pugilists to see the set.
Yeah.
I mean, the set is legendary. First, soon as it got announced, I almost crashed my car. I'm like, oh shoes. I text like 3 different people I knew that like worked at labels. I'm like, yo, get me in. Like, I need in. You know what I'm saying? But then it ended up being a public event. I'm like, oh, because some of them are private. And I was like, yo, get me in, yo. So I don't know, but then I was late seeing the tickets. And, you know what I mean?
I want to ask you. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna ask what he's been working on lately. You want to let the people know like your latest, because you do films.
Yes, he's
like
actual filmmaker.
That was you was gonna ask too? Oh, I ain't know
no, that's not what I was gonna
ask. The newest project, Pray to God, Prey, starring Ransom, aka Randy Nichols, Julito McCollum, directed by my brother Josiah DonMartin. I don't like to give out too much of the plot because it's short films. You dig?
Yeah.
But like, it's just about.
It's a horror film.
Yeah, it's like it's like a suspenseful with a horrific ending.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like the main character star. She goes out on a what should have been a couple's trip for her now ex, and the day just like turns to all hell. You dig? But it's really dope. We shot it last year in July. It came out May 30th for my birthday. But you know, we still reviews are still going up, and yeah.
The first one did amazing.
Yeah, the first one, God Bless You, the movie.
God Bless You, yeah.
That's at almost 3.6 million views.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Yeah, that's starring Julito McCollum too.
So for those who don't know, tell them who Julito is, because a lot of people don't know him by name.
Oh yeah, well he played Naaman Bryce on The Wire, and he was in like A Killer and the Bee, The Inevitable Defeat of Mr. and Pete, a couple Law and Order episodes. I mean, he's done a few films, and he's a dope actor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
He
mean?
was a young boy on The Wire with the
ponytail.
Yeah, I am Julito on Instagram. Shout out to my boy. You dig?
What up, though?
We got a good working relationship. I mean, and personal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's my dog. But yeah, he did good in that. And Ransom's been super active now with the music. He threw his hat back in the ring and like lapped everybody.
Yeah.
And we just we had built a relationship through the music years ago, and it just kind of formed into a friendship. But then we both are into film, and when I told him I was working on one, I had already shot it, and he's like, "Yo, I wanna act as well." So I'm like, "Yo, I'm gonna write something," and that script I started writing, we didn't shoot, but then it ended up turning into what is now Pray to God. So I actually wrote the role of Grady like specifically for Ransom.
So what is
he did a real good job.
I don't mean to cut you off, but what is your passion? Because we know you do clothing, you do film, you also do public speaking. Am I right?
Public speaker, you can book me at superjones.com. You know what I mean?
So what is your passion? Like, what do you love doing the most?
I just
getting money.
Yeah, you know what's crazy though, man? Yeah, I mean, I like what you can get with it. I like the comfort that money can bring. You know what I'm saying? I'm still grinding, like anybody else, but create what you're inspired to create. So one day it might be some clothes, it might be a song. I had somebody that, like a couple weeks ago, that doesn't do anything like creative, and they were like, "Y'all want to make an album?" I'm like, "Make it.
Yeah.
Why not?" You know what I'm saying? I called my brother randomly and said, "Look, let's do the movie," because we had kind of talked about it before. Like, you do whatever you want to do. Like,
I think most artistic people are good at multiple things.
right?
Because it's just the way their mind works.
Yeah, it's true. It's like you guys. It's like if somebody's like me, and to answer your question first, I would say my passion is just having the autonomy and the freedom to do what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You dig? So it's like, I mean, that sounds like kind of bland, but it's like to create what I want to create. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's visual or not, something tangible, something not. But yeah, like if you look at my laptop, I got like 50 tabs open always.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Always. You know, you might have like I don't know, Google stocks, Spank Bang on one. Then you might have like, you know what I'm saying, it's a Bitcoin. Then you got you Google in, and you might have like some other like your lawyer emailing you, if you know.
So another question, like, what if somebody out there, like, they aspire to do some of the things that you're doing? Would you say stick to a 9 to 5, or just like, fuck it, fuck that job, like, just start doing something that you love?
Well, I'm not anti-job in general, because you gotta do whatever you gotta do
Right.
to survive. I mean, if you're not going against your morals, live your life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like jobs, and they don't work for me. You know what I'm saying? I've had more jobs than I had birthdays.
Yo, I'm about to start spilling some shit. Let me tell y'all a story real quick.
Advertise their business. And, but nah, so
somebody allegedly used to hang up the phone on all.
Yeah, I did that bad jobs. But like,
I got hang up on the customers
all the time.
I worked at.
He wasn't the only one.
I worked for a national train company. No names. Nah, I did that same thing. I got fired from there too though. But yeah, but nah, yeah. But as far as that, I'm like, I mean, sometimes you do both. Some people only have a job just to have the insurance.
Yeah.
Paying insurance out of pocket ain't no fun. But it's like, you know, a lot of people, I think, that have 9 to 5s and want to transition. It's just hard to make that final leap. But it all depends on your personal responsibilities. And like, I say stack as much money as you can, and then just make a decision. Some jobs you can come back to, you know.
Speaking of stacking bread, me and you talk outside of this.
Yeah.
But I remember when I was talking about the whole process of the making of the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, this shit is gonna break, cause I wanted to do something similar, and I was like, yo, I don't got the bread, and you was like, yo, I did this, and that.
Yeah.
So tell the people, like, cause there's a lot of creatives out there that probably are stopping themselves from doing it because they think they can't afford it.
When it comes to film, people ask me, they be like, well, how much money I need? And I say, well, figure out what your budget is, and then you'll know what you can do. Because you can do anything with like $1,000. You can do something with $500. It's gonna be a different level of quality, but it can still be quality nonetheless. I mean, invest the most money. I mean, your sound has to be good and your visual, but sound got to be good.
Look at the damn Blair Witch Project. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, Paranormal Activity was allegedly shot for $11 grand. I'll tell you that. If somebody can do that, you know what I'm saying? You go to the bank and get 11 racks. You know what I mean?
Well, how much money did it make? Like,
exactly.
The return
I mean, it's a whole joint. Like,
easy.
Yeah, but I mean, basically, like, don't let a budget stop you. I mean, don't let the budget stop you, because you truly don't really know what you'll have to spend. Like, just figure out what you can do. I mean, figure out how much you have, and then figure a way to work around it. Because a lot of stuff you can do for free that you didn't know. Right. You know, or like, for instance, M. Night Shyamalan. I don't know how to say his last name. M. Night Shyamalan. You know what I'm saying?
Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan. I think I can say his name's a tongue twister. But he shot Split himself. And when you watch it, you could tell that he shot it cheap because there's longer scenes, there's less cuts, and it's one location. So, you know what I'm saying? You dig, like, if you're gonna spend less money, you can write to a budget.
Like, he split himself on camera?
No. The movie called Split because it was split personalities.
Oh, okay.
Split personalities, but it was like the sequel to Unbreakable. It was part of the trilogy, Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. But now my point is, though, you can write to a budget. So like, if I know I got XYZ amount of dollars, I just told you I was writing something. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to shoot this one outside, so that X's out locations. Right. During the day, that limits the amount of lighting we have to pay for it. And this script that I was writing only has two characters. So, you know what I'm saying? So that already, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And if I chose to be one of the characters, I don't gotta pay myself.
You even put me on to some shit with a project
but
that I was doing.
Exactly.
Like he, and that's why I wanted to even ask you that on camera, because you put me on to some shit when I was doing a project or wanted to do a project. You was like, nah, cut this out, do this, and I'm like, and you saved me thousands of dollars in my. I didn't even finish that project.
I know I saved you thousands. My cash app did not ring. Say
that. But yeah, because the way I was thinking so much bigger. Like, I knew where my budget was gonna go, and you cut it down for me because you already did it. So
yeah, and that's the thing too, man. Like two things. I don't mind like sharing information because people share information with me,
right?
And you know, like I always refer to, like I got one of my friends when I was starting one of my clothing lines. You know, he was like, before you do anything, always text me first because I done wasted enough money for both of us. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, he's been doing it and he's thriving. But if you got people around you, it's like, you know, if you could help somebody save some paper, it's like, why not do it? Right. And like now that I shot my first movie for X amount of dollars, my second one costs less, and the third one gonna cost even less, probably, depending on what I do. But I won't spend it. Like all the frivolous dollars, they don't have to be spent. Even in Pray to God, like I shot the first scene in my house. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Pray to God, and I got to actually watch it at your crib.
Yeah, early.
Yeah, and it was crazy because we watching it, and I'm like, yo, we in this room, and this,
oh, yeah.
because we was in the room that you shot in, and that was dope. And that cutting corners, like you said,
cutting costs.
Well, yeah,
it's a connotation with it. Yeah.
But yeah, because those are the things you got to do. Because like I was thinking, like, oh, I got to rent this venue, do this and that, and you don't really. There's ways around everything.
Right. You might know somebody that knows somebody, and my first movie is like, I'm not big on taking favors.
Yeah.
Because it just then you feel like you owe them. You know what I mean? But it's like I had like even I keep on Julito was like, let me save you, let me help save you some money because. You know, I'm like, nah, I don't really, because, you know, we used to just paying as we go. But we were able to save a couple dollars doing different things. Like, for instance, for my first movie, The Crafty Services, which is the food, we had a gentleman, Dame Cash Catering. He donated his time and services, whereas I was about to cash out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 3 days of food that you ain't got to pay for, and that adds up.
Right.
For a bunch of people. We had like 30 people instead of one day. You know what I mean? The second day.
Well, do you write by yourself?
Write by myself and only myself.
Okay, so what motivates you? Like what how do you get into your creative space?
It's funny you asked that. The first movie, my brother Josiah DonMartin and Julito did have some input after the script was done. My brother helped add a scene, and Julito helped make some changes to a few scenes. This Pray to God, I wrote by myself, but I'm not against like after I finish the script, I send it to whoever I feel like needs to see it, or like, you know, I might even send you one, like, you want to check it out, and like I'll take some input, like if I'm gonna send it to you if I respect your opinion, and even if somebody adds something, like, you know, if their contribution, you know, is something that I feel like, yeah, I like it, then okay, you might get a credit. But a lot of times when I write, like, it's funny, like a lot of times I have, like, we would have, like, you know, you dream about something, and like you be like feel like you're watching a movie in your dream, but like you know it's something that's not out. So then, like, I have voice notes and everything, like, I hold, like, and I'll say it to my phone, or I email myself in the middle of the night, and sometimes they don't even be making sense. But, like, or it'd be something crazy, and I was like, I don't got no budget for this. But you never know, you might sell an idea later. So I'd be like, yo, this one's gonna be crazy, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I don't know, I get inspiration from different ways. I should really write more. I got, like, 3 children's books I started writing.
Have you ever wrote something that you just scrapped?
I ain't gonna say scrap, but I got stuff I ain't finished. But I'll be honest with you, the first, if I don't like that, both times I see both my movies, there was edits I ain't like. I told my brother I was scrapping it. I said, I'll scrap all this. I'll throw it all away. Because your name is your name. Yeah. It'll hurt you worse to put out some BS than, I mean, I'm like.
See, but what you think might be BS, other people might gravitate towards.
True. This is true.
Because art is subjective.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man, but like some of this.
Basura.
Shout out to my editors too, man. But yeah, man. What's that mean? Saying that.
You know what that means.
But yeah, but I get inspired, man. I just like any idea could be like we can have a conversation. I can steal a story that you told me about. You told me anything, high school or something, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take that. Like I was just telling somebody, cause I'll write a script for you too for a fee, and I was telling somebody he wanted a script written, and he was telling me he wanted like, you know, like some streeters. I'm like, oh that's.
Easy.
Got those all day. I know, man. Yeah, they just change the names. Like it'd be half true, half fabricated, but those is the easy ones.
Yeah, I come up with ideas like that all the time. With even in what I do, and conversation. Like,
Yeah.
like we just be talking and they'll say something and I'll be like,
Hold on, let me
oh
write that
shit,
down.
that sounds
Yeah,
like
man.
that might be a show idea or something.
Right. I was going through my son's history on his laptop. You know what I'm saying? You gotta check it.
Yeah.
I was going. He's like 10 years old. I was going through history, and he got like hundreds of like Google searches, like random stuff, just
Right.
looking stuff up, and that made me happier than like seeing like if he could throw a football. And I mean, his mind is moving,
So
and I'm rather creative than anything else.
you mentioned your child. I know you're a very active father.
Shout
so
out to Isaiah the GOAT.
yeah, how do you balance making time for your son and
Well, the good thing about what
being
I
creative?
do is anything I do, my son can come with me. So if he's with me, we be together 24/7. So
Yeah.
like if he's not at school, he's just with me the whole summer, every day, all day.
That's
So
what's up.
he'll sit right next to me. He was telling me, he was like, I was trying to write something, because you always talk about writing something. I'm like, what you write? I'm like, yeah, you can write something. That was dope. I'm like, yeah. Because he could have seen me doing something else and said he want to do that. But if he's saying
Exactly.
something positive, he know me, man. He know me. And all he sees is me do what I want to do, but do it positive. You know what I mean? For lack of a better term, he'll see me drag my nuts. You know what I mean? And I just, you do whatever you want to do, but I keep it positive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he knows his dad. You know what I'm saying? I tell him all the time, man, I'm a hustler, not a customer, man. So I'm
Yeah.
telling him, because you know, we were talking anti-substance talk.
One
No
thing
substance abuse?
that I'm noticing down here in Lang, that like the art world is growing, and now I'm plugged in YC. And
Shout
you
out
came
to
up
York
in
City.
YC. You ain't in YC.
Shout out to York City Hospital, same hospital as Tupac Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Childish.
But I noticed now that I'm moving around out there, the art, like, there's a big art explosion out there too.
Yeah.
It's just, there's a lot of creative shit going on.
There's a lot of creative stuff, and there always has been.
Yeah,
Always has been.
Exactly. There's a lot of creative people, and like sometimes there has to be a scene for it to thrive.
Yeah.
So when there's like, if there's a structured scene, it could thrive. But there hasn't really been one like in the past. Moving forward, there could be one. I actually have some. I'm gonna bring it up to you then. But I have some in the sense of like art, like that I want to do like this fall. You know what I'm saying? Probably
Don't tell too many of your ideas on here, because a lot of right.
Yeah.
We already got copycats over here. Don't do it.
But I got
We'll
something.
talk about it after the show.
Yeah, they won't even. This is. I had a whole plan to
They will.
do something before COVID,
Yeah.
and me and my lawyer was talking about something, and I'm like, this could be big. Like, it was just something that was dope, and I'm like, okay, COVID messed it up, but
You say Bovid?
Bovid. I was like, Bovid messed it up, so I'm like, all right. But I found a different way, I think, to go about it, just to start it off. It's not even worth talking about if I can't talk about it, but
Yeah.
the art is something art related. You know what I'm saying? And I think, yeah, that's one of them next waves, but it's a good wave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely a good wave.
It's a good wave.
And we're actually covering a red carpet event out there in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
I spoke to you about it.
Yeah, shout out to CP Media.
I knew it.
It's crazy because I interviewed someone who's involved with the whole red carpet event a couple of days ago, and they brought you up instantly. That's my guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
On camera?
No, off camera. It was off camera.
Look,
she
need to
cool, she
know.
cool, though.
Oh, Brittany. Yeah. She calls you Super Jones. Like,
Yeah.
but-
SuperJones.com. But yeah,
yeah.
they got a dope project. She helped work with Josh Santiago and Ryan Ross and my man Ant Collier.
And I met Delia too from out there.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I know she is, but
Yeah.
super dope project they got. It refers to mental health, but I let them cover all that. But same thing, like when I talked to Josh, we was talking about film, because like I threw gas in the fire. I'm like, yo, gotta do it. And I'm like, and I give this game, I don't care. I'm like, anytime you attach a project to a social issue, it's gonna make the conversation continue past just being watched. This is why, like, comedy, I mean, it doesn't even matter. It could be anything. If it relates to a social topic, you're gonna give it more life. You're gonna give it legs. You can take it here, there. So even right now, like, I've done like private screenings, and like we went to like Westchester School. I showed at Cheney University. It just gives it a conversation. It gives it relevance, because these topics more likely are not going anywhere. But if it was just like a movie that didn't have substance, it's like, okay, we watch it, it's cool. But when you give that conversation, you give it room for people to debate, to grow from it.
So you led me there. I have a question for you. What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is Pray to God out now.
Shameless plug.
Favorite movie that I didn't work on.
P-R-E-Y, pray.
Yeah.
P-R-E-Y, like praying. But favorite movie, real quick, I say I have favorites. I just watched Uncle Buck recently. I'm a bit like,
classic.
yeah, I like John Candy. I feel like I like all the old fat actors I used to think was funny.
You know what I'm saying? VHS tape?
Yeah, crazy part. I got Mighty Ducks 1 on VHS.
Mighty
VHS.
Ducks.
There was a box that said "Take a movie, leave a movie." It had Mighty Ducks in there. I took that.
Did you leave one?
Nah.
I'd have left a Pretty God.
Nah, but yeah, I like Pulp Fiction. I like Uncle. I like a lot of classic. Like it'd be the weirdest movies I like. I just watched a movie called The Hunt. That was like mad good to me. But like to me, like a lot of people that watch movies that like certain classics, I don't think it's like that good. But like it's whatever resonates to you. So but yeah, like if I had to say something, I like Blade 2. Like I like super random movies.
You think that new Power is trash? I saw your post.
I remember calling it trash.
No, you didn't say trash. You didn't say trash.
I saw room for growth. I saw room for growth.
First off,
that's super safe.
Power.
This is say less, okay?
I saw room for growth. You never know who you're gonna work with.
You like it. You
never know who you're gonna work with in the future, man.
I'll say
that.
And I'm still watching, so I can critique.
I do watch it. You know what it was?
They haven't had good writers. They haven't had good writing on the Power series since season 2, in my opinion. After season 2, it just
it changed. I'm a fan of the Power franchise. I like what they're doing. Like, it's like with all the spin-offs, it's like we're gonna throw at the wall and see what sticks. I'm a fan of 50. I just read his book twice, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. I think it's super relevant to creators and people working 9 to 5. Mm-hmm. It's a really good book, audio book, but it was good. But the Power, I think there's room. Like for one thing, I didn't like. I'll just give this for the first episode. They constantly played the old school music, and I get that you're trying to set the tone, but it's like, okay, we get it. It's the '90s. Okay, you don't have to keep playing the same bebop. You know, you dig, but
I forgot.
There's room for growth. I'm still watching.
We was in the. I was watching the scene. I forgot what happened, but I'm just like, really? This is what
it was predictable.
It was. Power. It's so predictable. I like it because it's street shit and it's intriguing, but I'd be like.
That's why everybody doesn't need to do films, because if it's predictable to you, like you think like everybody
else. Power started off hot. Like the first couple,
I
saw the first episode early. I mean, not like early, like I was special to me, but I remember they put out a preview like a month or 3 weeks prior, and I never heard of it. And I watched the first episode, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. You know what I mean? From the music to the scenery, the angles, everything was lit when he went from outside to back in the club. I'm like, this is something different. You know, and even though Power has a street angle, it's like we never seen Ghost touch any work. Right. So I kind of like that aspect too. I'm not gonna lie to you, I do like kind of deter, like I'm kind of over the street narrative just because I'm like niggas could do more. So it's like people like Snowfall's probably great, but I don't want to invest in it because once I start watching, I'm probably gonna like it. You know what I mean?
And I feel the same way.
But it's like, we can. Why can't we? You know what I'm saying? And this again, I'm not knocking anybody who likes it, but it's like other demographics, they get to be weird and be aliens, and everything we do got to be so real authentic.
You see the street shit or slave shit
or ignorance, Which, by the way, I don't watch any slave narratives either. Either show me something prior or show me something after. We know about enslavement. You're not even getting an accurate depiction because all it looks like is free labor.
The first time I saw one of those movies, I think I was in school. I don't think my mom ever I don't remember The Color Purple being played in my household either.
I mean, I'm super man, you know what I mean?
Eve's Bayou, I remember that one.
I got Africa tatted on me. You know, it's all about where we got picked up, not where we got dropped off. You dig?
Yeah.
And those like I said, the slave depictions are not even accurate because if they were, they would be way more gruesome. You know what I'm saying?
A fact.
And you can't show that type of stuff on camera. Exactly. I see somebody say something about Kanye making slave shoes. Blah, blah. I said, oh, you think they gave us shoes? I said, nah. There wasn't no shoes, dog. It's over for that.
And if we did have shoes, we made them.
Exactly.
Cloth. They were just so
I'm like,
but
exactly. I'm like, you could show something prior to enslavement, even if it's
show us when Cleopatra was black for real.
Yeah, show us anything.
Show us Masa Musa.
Anything. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, it could even be something. Black history is everywhere. That diaspora is everywhere. So it could be anything. Literally anything that just doesn't involve enslavement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they don't do it. They don't put the budgets behind it. People with money don't make them. I even had, I might make that, so I don't want to talk about it. But I had an idea for something else. I'm like, you never see this stuff. And it's like, but you know what they say, to be conscious and black is to be in a state of constant arrangement.
Yep.
So, you know, but they'll show us chopping some work up, and I'm like, I don't want to make Paid in Full 16 or State Property 25. You dig? I'm like, let me just show something else.
They were classics though.
And,
yeah.
And that's the
Painful.
conundrum with me is that
It is entertaining because we
I
listen to the music.
love hood movies. I love hood shit.
That's because you
Matter of
good.
fact, I love ignorant shit. I'm just gonna be honest. I love ignorant shit.
That's why he loved me.
But I'm tired of only hood movies.
No, and we're allowed to like it. 'Cause I like the music. I like the debauchery and all that in the music, but at the same time, there's no balance.
That's the
You know
thing.
what I'm saying? So if there's no options, you know, so when we see the opposite demographics or the other demographic, y'all get to be everything great. Y'all get to be Jesus for those that, you know, you know, indulge in that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, but then I gotta be criminal.
Right. All the time. All the time.
Every movie, like, I even see. Listen, man, it's so deep. I'll leave it at this. On the Spider-Man, the one where he's black, his name is Miles Morales. His mom is Latina. Why is his last name Morales when his dad's in the house? Why they not married? Nah, but real talk. Why they not showing him married? Why they just shacking up? But it's that deep. You dig? It's that deep.
Yo, I didn't even think.
Yo, I watched that movie. I said, why he got his mom's last name? And his dad's in the house. Dog, what dad gonna look?
Even the Disney movies.
Oh,
do
who
it.
not gonna get a kid last name? I said, why is his last name Morales and his dad is Officer like Johnson or something? I was in Jefferson. I'm like, I almost walked out.
Always
Well,
does.
they say if you have your mom's last name, she wasn't the main chick.
I have
What
both.
I
What does
believe
that say
is-
about me?
It just implies
That's what.
that a home ran by a black man is not a structure. That's the implication. That's
It's
what-
up to us to change that narrative too.
Some women
Make our
actually
own
do
content.
that spitefully.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Y'all
That's-
not going
but that's
no.
different. Hold on, that's true, but
That's
that's
true.
different.
It's true, but we're
I'm
not.
not saying
But
like
most of them don't live together.
I'm not saying that like I'm bashing women, but that's a thing. Like I
Shout out to all my
actually
ladies.
know
Shout out to
women
my Leos.
who have
Oh, it
done
is
that.
Leo season.
Shout out to my ladies, man. All my movies have a thus far have had a woman main character. I think it's important to show women in just strong roles.
Yeah, I don't want, cause you always, cause when you react like that, you get the women mad at me, and I
Get
didn't. I'm not coming at
We're
women.
about to have all these bitches outside
but there-
growling.
He was just giving variables to why it could be that way.
Huh?
He was just giving variables to why.
I
it
mean,
could end up
I
that
get
way.
it. He can say whatever he want. This is say less.
But that ain't true.
I ain't say it wasn't true. I just made a face.
I want to check it on camera.
Matter
Listen,
of fact, some of my
can't nobody
friends,
fucking check me, okay?
some of my friends got their mom's last name.
I do not have my mom's.
I
last
got
name.
both of them. I got my mama and my daddy.
Nah.
My mom told me that I only have her last name too. Well, my dad's last name too because he did it while she was under anesthesia and tried to make it just one thing like his last name. She wasn't with the shit, so she changed it. See, look,
If my
everybody.
baby mom didn't put my son's last name on his birth certificate, I wouldn't have signed that birth certificate. He's a bastard now. How about that? Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids. Heavy on it, but not really. So
Play Lotto Studios is my company. You know what I'm saying? I forgot to mention that earlier. SuperJoes.com, but Play Lotto Studios. It just means take a chance, take a leap of faith. Play
Right.
Lotto.
Let me ask you this, because I always wondered this.
The views expressed are not views of Play Lotto Studios.
seriously, you better look.
Hey, you might, I don't know, because I know you are the alpha and the omega to your projects, but usually, like, the writer, do they have any say when the director gets involved?
It's funny you say that. It depends. A lot of times it depends on. Most times no, but most times it's because the writer's being contracted to do it. You dig? So if HBO will hire me to write something for them, I won't have any say so. And also I don't care because they cut the check.
Yeah.
I write whatever you want me to write as long as it's not against my morals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I met the gentleman who wrote Juice, and he was just saying like in theater the writer is like the guy, but in film it's not him. But he was like, I don't care what they want me to write. This is what they hired me for. They'll write. But see, in 2021, we can make our own content so easily.
Mm-hmm.
So just what you want me to write, cool. That's what you got. What I'm writing is what I want to write. I tell people this is like there's so much room for independence to do whatever they want to do, and even bring back your question about like dropping a 9 to 5. I mean, it'll give you more time to work on your craft, but I think too many people are trying to. There's like a trend of being an entrepreneur, and that's cool if you're chasing professional independence, but a lot of times it's just for a look, because you don't know. Most people that make the most money typically have jobs. People that pay their bills on time typically have jobs. Entrepreneurs may have a higher ceiling of earning potential, but most entrepreneurs are not successful. You know what I'm saying? If we're just being honest.
You have to be honest with yourself.
Exactly.
Because
So if it wasn't until my late 20s that it clicked. You dig? I'm 33, and in my late 20s is when it clicked.
I'm 33 too.
You know what I'm saying?
and I'm younger than him, so I'm about 25.
Nah, but so I like the people chasing professional independence, but it's make sure it is attached to a passion, because ironically, money is the easier part of the journey.
And
if you really like what you're doing, you're gonna find a way to get paid. But if you don't really like it, you're not gonna stick with it. And a lot of times, the lesson is in the failure. But a lot of times, people quit before they fail, so they never learn the lesson. So now you're just wasting time. You dig? And it's cool to have multiple ideas, but sometimes you gotta go through something. So it's like, oh, I want to do a clothing line. All right, bet I went to fashion school. You know what I'm saying? I didn't finish. I finished at traditional university. You know what I mean? Shout out to Cheney. But I went to fashion school, but it wasn't time. I wasn't mature enough, because when I had chances to do it, I wasted my money on other stuff. You know what I mean? Maury's, remember those Gucci shoes? I wasted my money on the frivolous stuff, and I didn't. That was my my personal growth post.
Bottles. You ever buy bottles in the club?
no, he doesn't.
Nah,
drink.
yeah. I don't indulge, but
I was talking about that the other day. I can't believe I bought bottles.
I wasted money other ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, no judgment, man. Because I mean, at least might have had fun. I don't know, but.
I mean, I think everybody has thought about right now, especially watching all these people get paid. Everybody thought about being an entrepreneur at some point. I myself personally, I would never do it, because I do have leadership skills, but I'm lazy for real. Like I can't imagine. And we're friends in real life, so I've seen like the grind that you have. And I can't imagine, like, sometimes I don't want to. Like, I'll call off work sometimes just because I don't feel like it. Like, and you can't do that when you are.
But it's different when you love what you do.
True.
Yeah.
But here's another truth. I listen. I'll be honest with you. Somebody offered me a job last week. I turned it down 2 weeks ago. Nah, she gave me the deuces. It wasn't, number one, it wasn't even close to what would it take for me to come in every day. Right. See, I'm like. I called my brother after I was cracking up, but I turned that job. But the truth is, somebody could offer me a job getting paid more than maybe I'm making on my own, but it doesn't guarantee I'll take it, because I'd rather be broke than crazy.
Yeah.
But everybody, so at the end of the day, but if you're not prepared for that, I wouldn't. Like I said, like it's deeper than the money. You know what I'm saying?
So saying that, how do you feel about right now with the Olympics going on? Naomi Osaka, how do you feel about Simone Biles, like those type of people who have taken a step back and not done the things that society thinks that they should do for their own personal reasons?
You know, if that's what they had to do to be happy with themselves, then more power to them. Me personally, I don't know if I would have patched out, but I've never been in their position. But you know, when we talking 10 figures,
well,
you do film festivals, you can compare it to
I want to make a clear distinction.
I ain't getting $10 million.
Naomi Osaka, I'm pretty sure is dealing with anxiety, so that's why she doesn't like doing the press. Simone Biles,
they're trying to discredit her.
She has something what they call the twisties, which is, they're saying it's a mental illness, but it's like the yips in baseball, where you can't throw straight no more. Like you can't. So when she's flipping in the air, her mind's not registering how many times she's
Right.
rotate.
If
That's
she,
why
She
she's
can
so
kill
good.
herself.
that's
like
completely
that.
different.
Yeah.
Like so that's
relatable.
why she's
Yeah,
not
that's
like
a little
so
different.
she can kill herself out there. If like if your mind's no longer
She is that
register how many
beastie.
times you moving around in the air, you just land anywhere.
on your neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I mean, teachers on. You know what I mean, but they've accomplished so much already that they don't have to make those sacrifices. Because sometimes we'll make extra sacrifices just to get to the goal. And I'm not gonna act like what I do is so super philanthropic. I want to get paid. You dig? And you know what I mean. I'm gonna go through some conditions. Like you got to be comfortable being uncomfortable. But I'm not gonna risk my life.
Do you feel like you'll ever?
I would never go skydiving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Would
That
you?
part.
Would you reach a moment where you feel like you've done enough and you don't want to anymore? Films.
If I could win the lottery tomorrow, I would. It's crazy because for people like me, we would love to win the lotto hypothetically, but then it would feel like, dang, what am I grinding for now? Because it's like that takes half the fun out. Because half of the fun is the grind. You know what I mean? Every day we wake up and it's like, it's like.
But you gotta have
it's
a
madness.
passion to make film.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is true. But honestly speaking, I do have a passion right now for making film, but like I'm only subscribed to what I feel like doing. You know what I mean? And the moment I don't want to do it, I won't. You know what I'm saying? So if that happened, then it just is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Appreciate the catalog I leave. But that is what I'm passionate about now. But a point to where I feel like I do enough now because I'm paranoid.
To me, I feel like that's why it's important to have your hands in different pots.
Exactly, because you have $1 million. If you got $1 million, you feel good. You're a millionaire. But as soon as you buy a sandwich, you ain't a millionaire no more.
Don't come on here setting up your black album like you about to retire and shit.
No. I'm just saying as far as we young. You know what I'm saying? We grinding, but yeah, it's important to have your hands in different pots. And again, like get back to the 9 to 5 entrepreneur thing. Like a lot of people do both, and they thrive at both. You dig? And like, cause I have a friend. He's like, man, I don't want to take that. I just don't want to leave my job. I can't. He's paranoid. I'm like, I get it. I could never tell somebody to quit their job. Like,
putting them those hours are different too, though. Like when you working a job, like I used to. The last job I had, I was working like 60-hour weeks.
That sounds ghetto.
Almost every week.
That sounds horribly ghetto.
And I hated life. Like my 2 days off, I was tired the first day.
That's that shit you get in the parking lot like I hate it here.
But now you'll work 90, but you like what you're doing.
And that's the other thing.
You don't notice.
Like now, I have my own company, and it's the time So from the time I wake up, I'm on it.
Yep.
And to the time I'm asleep, I'm on it. But I love what I'm doing.
As soon as you make that choice to look at them emails, it's on.
Right.
As you wake up, you be like, and like you might sit there, but as soon as you click, like people understand. Like people will say, I always say it's the lifetime achievement for passive aggressive statements, which is must be nice.
Right.
You dig? But it's like I can't go on vacation. I mean, I can, but I'm always working every day. So even when like if I'm dating somebody or I go on a date. You know what I'm saying? If I go to a nice fine restaurant with something nice and thick and she's built crazy, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous. That's what we get into. But the thing is, I'm saying is the first thing I always say is don't think that I'm in my phone to be rude. I'm just constantly working, and you're not. Because the thing is, with some people, men and women, they will weaponize your work against us, and it's like. You complain about me, but them same emails I sent just paid for your steak. You dig? So it's like, don't complain when it's time to have fun, but when it's time
That's why I feel like it's important to find somebody who can balance you too, because even right now, I think you can empathize too, because I'm on my phone a lot, and I know you are too. Like, and honestly, it's because you have to have a social media presence, and if you don't, then you're kind of like you fall off the face of the earth. You're not popping no more.
This is
You gotta find somebody who understands that.
Right.
I know you're out there.
Speaking of that, for the people that think I'm just on there posting pictures and just talking shit, listen, I would disappear from social media if I didn't have all this shit.
Look, I was going for a month and I felt like I was in jail going through withdrawal for
Like,
real.
yo, he on here, he's showing off. He wanted to be the face. He wanted to be that. No, motherfucker, I got a business. How about that?
And if you wanted to, that's
And he Suge Knight.
And if I want, right, it's my motherfucking page. I'm friendly.
He's
every time I
fucking
post
Suge
pictures, I
Knight,
put my
period.
website up. You did. You notice. So like every time I attach something related to something I'm doing, like business. Every time I post a pic, like because every time you have somebody's attention, is a chance to advertise.
Absolutely.
You dig? So like I'm mad I don't have one of my shirts on. but I wasn't able to do it today. But
Well, if you want to see some of his work, you can actually check out the Say Less page. I have on one of his shirts in the profile picture.
WCW, I'm gonna put a promo code on the website. TCP. We do like 15% off.
I might get another one.
There you go.
Yeah. Free shipping.
I need that Kim joint.
The Kim joint. Oh yeah. Keep it moving joint. I actually got a couple shirts I didn't even add to the website. I just put them up periodically. But
you do customs?
No, I do not currently do customs. But you know what? For you, we might.
All right, sounds good. I need something with Hollywood.
So all right.
What? You all right?
Yeah.
This is Say Less. Wake up.
No, I thought you was gonna say something.
Oh no.
So this next flick that you're working on, do you have a time frame for when it's coming out? Or?
If I had to be honest, I think we probably gonna shoot October. It's me. Well, it depends on which one we shoot. But me and Ransom had another one we were gonna do. It's called Best Date Never, like Best Date, Never, and that's get into. But it's dope. It's a short one, and I have another one called well, I won't get a title out, but yeah,
I wanna shoot I'm just shooting that shot. I wanna shoot the behind the scenes or something.
Yeah, I mean, you're always welcome to pull up. I believe you were invited to the last one.
Yeah, I was. I think we went to South Carolina or something.
I believe you were invited to the last one. You're always welcome.
I wasn't invited. I didn't pull up.
No, she is correct. She was not invited. You're also invited. You come through anytime, man. I always encourage anybody. Like, I've probably invited like 7 people to the last one. Only one person came, young boy, 16. He's working on film. And like I say, man, you can always come. I put you next to somebody that's doing what you want to do, and or if you're capable of doing something else, I can pay you. You know what I'm saying?
It's up to those people to take it.
Don't put me in the box. I took. Matter of fact, listen,
Yeah.
I'll be the dude in the bodega to send something to the main actor.
Yeah. I'm about to see.
You trying to be Rick Ross, like he didn't come into America.
Oh yeah, that was hard.
Yeah.
Horrible. It was room for growth. It was room for growth in the movie.
I mean, it was his house, so shit. You damn.
Yeah,
if you film at my house, I'm in this.
Yeah, his book was good too. So he got a business book coming out too, coming soon. But speaking of books, I got like 4 children's books I want to write, but 3 I already started on. I don't know what we're gonna do with those, but.
Well, I'm creative director here, and I already have another idea, so I might toss that to you. You can use it more than I can. Don't do that, cause
never know, man.
We was already
anything's possible in Play Lotto Studios.
Ain't no play.
We're gonna do business eventually. We got to
don't do me.
where it fits.
Yeah. It's always best when it's not forced. When it just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, but like, I like my man Josh who shot CMP Media. I told him like, yo, when you shoot, I'm gonna come out because he helped me with mine, like a production assistant. He was with me for 3 days. He helped, and then when he shot, I came out. You know what I mean? Got my own hotel room. Like, it's just about, if you're able to help somebody, just do it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And it was dope. I was all like, I just smiled when Brittany told me that you was on set when they were shooting.
Yeah.
I just thought that was dope because you
didn't even know we knew each other.
They're
I
real
didn't
friends.
didn't know that you knew each other, but even the fact that you was there and you are filming, because there's a lot of people who think, oh, you're in my lane, I ain't fucking with it, and that's the way it should be.
Exactly. And I told somebody, like, my man, this boy, Capo Mob, he shoots a lot of vids in New York. He was talking about doing a film, and I said, bro, like, one thing about film that it doesn't, like, with hip-hop, naturally it's competitive, and there's a expectation of being competitive. I'm like, but film, I'm like, bro, it's not really like that. I'm like, they'll watch your movie, and then watch mine, then watch his, then watch his. So we don't really have no reason to really be, you know what I'm saying? Like, and if we can get paid together, like, you know what I'm saying, let's get paid, like, you know what I mean? But, yeah, and that's, you know what I mean? And I honestly, I don't even care what anybody's doing anyway. Like, I never pay attention to any type of competition. I just do what I do.
You gotta be in competition with yourself.
I never even, like, I don't know nothing people be doing. I don't be caring.
Are there any, like, writers, directors that inspire you?
All the writers that inspire me is probably rappers.
Please don't say Tyler Perry.
I mean,
no,
his hustle is admirable.
I
don't
mean,
do
shout
that.
out to Tyler Perry. That was not a diss.
His hustle is admirable.
Because Tyler Perry, to me, you are
He came from
you
nothing.
are one of the goats. Not as a writer, though.
You don't think so?
No.
He can do a little bit of everything.
I'm not saying. I'm not. He has
his hands in
he
some
has
stuff
good things out.
Yeah.
But he has a lot of trash out. A lot of trash. Like a lot of his shows are.
A lot of people didn't like Medea, and everybody mom bought the tape.
I was on Medea before Medea was a movie thing. But Tyler Perry got.
I was about to say, look, I think everybody's mom had that tape.
But
at least one.
Some of them shows on BET. Cause
honestly,
I don't watch much TV.
Tyler Perry cool. I'll be down to come work. You can always hire me. But we just have different styles and different approaches to it. So I think the way he approaches it, there's a space for that. But for lack of a better term, I represent niggas. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a lot of people they don't like that, but it is what it is. You dig?
This is say less. SMD FTB. Okay.
I represent niggas. You know what I'm saying? Niggas from the P section, they niggas that's where we come from. So that's our perspective. You know what I mean? But and I don't have no problem saying I've always been around it, but I've never been active. So then, but I've been, a whistle away from the action. So I have that perspective. But then I went to school and all that stuff, so I had that perspective. So my approach is different, and it's I'm a little bit more cognizant of how I make people look. And I'll be vocal about it. My only regret in film so far is when I did my first movie, I made Homeboy come home. He was coming home from jail, and that was just me being a new writer, adding a cliche. I would have never had him coming home from, because for what? Mm-hmm. You dig? Even if he's in the street, you ain't have to.
He could have been coming out of Wall Street, walking off of Wall Street.
Yeah, or just, and you don't even have to say where he's coming from. That's the good thing about film. You can do whatever you want to do. Why he had to be booked? But I'm so super cognizant. I'm super aware of how the message because I don't want to mislead. I'm super one thing I don't want to say but when I hear artists that talk about their experience, that's cool. But if I know that's not your experience and then you're saying something negative, I feel like you're a clown. Because if it's your story, you can say whatever you want to say, it could be negative or whatever. Your story, your life, you put the work in to talk about it, whatever. But if you didn't really do it or then wasn't really there, it's why are you saying that?
When you write and you're with your characters, if you were writing for a woman, is it harder for you? How do you channel that? Do you have to call somebody and talk to them? What would a woman say?
I always know what women are thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Me personally, that's never been a problem. I'm the youngest of. I have multiple sisters. I have a few female friends that I will consult with. No, but in all seriousness, I do ask females how they feel about how it's written, but I'm also aware that I don't know the female experience, so I want it to be authentic, and I want it to be not care about PC, but I just want it to feel authentic. I'll be honest with you, I have a script that has a gay character. I don't know how to write like that, but I know I know gay individuals that I can consult with. Yo, is this how you felt pain wise when this situation happened? Or even the dialogue where I'm not comfortable writing anything crazy. You know what I'm saying? But my point is you gotta go in the mind. I remember there was a leaked song with Neo.
He be in there writing
yes,
bitch, yes.
Stop it.
No, but there was a controversy with Neo. There was a leaked song where he was singing and they thought he was singing to a man. Yeah. But what it was a reference track of him writing for a woman. Mm-hmm. So you had to put yourself in that space. So it's
he wrote that Beyonce track that
Irreplaceable.
He wrote a lot of women's songs.
Irreplaceable, yeah.
If you're good at it, I have a friend that can write R&B for women.
See, but if you don't know music, you don't know anything about reference tracks.
Yeah,
you know what
reference
I mean?
track is if you're a writer, you make a reference track so the artist knows how to song.
No, I'm not saying that so you can educate these people. I'm just saying some people that's probably
them.
why they interpret it that way. It goes across the board for no matter what.
That's why you just gotta not care. But you just.
So you just have to disregard your naysayers. Do you have? I'm sure you do. Everybody does. What do you say to your naysayers? Do you acknowledge them? You don't acknowledge them at all.
If people are not necessarily on the same.
Because we come from New York City.
Yeah,
I'll just leave that there. Shout out to York, though.
I have a lot of people that support me. Though anybody who maybe doesn't support me, I typically don't even notice it, and I don't really indulge in any of that back and forth stuff or anything. I just.
You're not Facebook beefing with nobody.
No.
I know that's right.
It's all positive vibes, man. And I don't even know if somebody like me would have haters. I don't know, but if they exist, I wouldn't know. You know,
Yeah.
like a lot of people, I don't like. They always like, I'm not even going to entertain. Like, I don't care really what you say. Like, I'm not going to entertain it
Yeah,
unless
you
it
don't gotta
affects my
defend
bottom line.
yourself.
If it affects my bottom line and my freedom, then that's different. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, no, I don't even indulge in it, man.
Have you been to the York Fair?
I haven't been to the York Fair since 2006. I remember because
Shout out to 06.
Well,
Best
I remember.
ever do
I
it.
have to say that. Nah, but
Shout out to Kids Day. We all used to throw our best on.
Yeah, I threw my best on every day, man.
Kids
Day, like when we were growing up, because like I said, I know him in real life, but when we were growing up, like Kids Day was big. Like
no school.
Yes, no school. They used to let us out because everybody used to skip anyway. Not me. I was a good kid.
Yeah, I didn't skip either.
But yeah. No, we're not.
Yo,
well, I didn't go to.
I never skipped school.
On skip day, you didn't
even
skip?
on senior skip day, I was class president, so I left, but I came right back.
I didn't go to the city school, but I imagine
yeah, he got
it was
kicked.
fun.
I was about to say he got kicked.
You know, I'm a product of alternative school. Shout out to all my alternative students. You know,
he was there for a little bit. He was a fucking complete distraction.
Yeah, you know.
All the funnies came from that side of the room.
I think that, like I tell my mom, when I finished high school, my mom said, you know, now everything that they can say doesn't matter because you're done. Yeah. So I finished high school early actually. You know.
Look,
like,
can we do this? Shout out to Miss Buckingham.
I don't really remember all my teachers' names.
I do, sure.
But you know, shout out to those that were you know, productive in my growth.
I definitely couldn't name my high school teacher.
I can name a couple because I feel like as you come up, like certain people make impacts on you.
Yeah.
Those that are memorable for a reason.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Whether they be negative or positive.
I don't remember names, but you gotta earn them shout outs. you gotta earn them shout outs.
We be no free air time over here.
Nah, I don't. Nope. Yeah, I mean, self-made. Thank my mama though.
Exactly.
You dig? Nah, but like I went to mad alternative schools, but I would tell me like somebody just hit me up to come talk at an alternative school in Pennsylvania, and I'm like, yeah, you didn't even know like I graduated from one. Like I went to a bunch of them. Like, you know, in our day, like it was like Unite School, alternative school. You had like Vision Quest, Manitou. Shout out to my Manitou niggas. I was, you know what I mean. I had to do some programs over there. You know what I'm saying?
The worst I got, I went to IS.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah. I mean, but it's like, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's like high school, man. As long as you being safe, man. F it. Do what you want to do, man. As long as you learn a little something while you're there, man.
All right, so I'm gonna put you on the spot before we get out of here. Gun to your head. Your 5 top movies right now.
I don't even know. Gun to my head. Give me a category. I'll say my favorite movies. If I say top.
What about scripted television shows?
Favorite
scripted television show? My favorite show absolutely is Seinfeld. 9 seasons, 180 episodes, and I probably remember each single one. I also like Curb Your Enthusiasm, but you know, I like shout, you know, but I'm funny. I'm funny with shouting out certain people. It's like I want my, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But you said House Party 2?
No, I didn't say House Party 2. I said scripted films. I said you named 2.
Oh, scripted. That's scripted TV shows.
I just wanted to see like.
Where your head at?
Yeah,
movies, like I said, like, all right, let's do movies. If I do movies, like, as a kid, I'll give you this. As a kid, my favorite movie was, like, D2 Mighty Ducks. And I used to watch Good Burger every day, back and forth. I would watch Mighty Ducks, I would watch Good Burger, then I go outside. Yep.
Oh, Mother Good Burger, can I take your order?
I watch Mighty Ducks 2, Good Burger, and then I go outside. I wake up mad early. Like, you know, your mom go to work you up. Boom, I'm watching them 2. All right, it's 10 o'clock. I'm outside. Then, like, as a teenager, I remember every time I used to chill with a girl, I'd put Belly on. I don't know why.
Yeah, I was
just because they be fucking. Trying to influence the young girls to be fucking.
I watched.
It was more about the scenery and the cinematography in the movie. I thought was dope. Mm-hmm. She could appreciate it.
Best opening scene.
Yeah, it was dope. That's why my apartment with the I got the blue light.
Yeah.
I see my man had something like that. I'm like, oh, that's that Belly scene. So it just always felt like Belly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's tough. Like I said, I watched a lot of John Candy movies. Like I'll say the most important movies is what you watch as a kid, because like, you know,
it sets the bar.
It sets the bar. Just like they just feel more fun. Mm-hmm. You dig? Like I don't watch sad movies. I'll be honest with you. I don't watch movies. I don't watch any war movies, any like musicals, and I don't really watch stuff that's super sad. Like
That sounds like you're protecting your mental health.
Yeah, like I'm not like
you unintentionally. You just because in your head you're saying I don't fuck with him, but you're protecting your peace.
That's real shit. When I came in here and you was playing that sad ass music, sir, can you change the playlist? I'm gonna sell some drugs.
Yeah, you know, you watch Titanic, you want to cry.
Yeah, facts.
I dig it. It's certain shit I can't watch.
Yeah, real talk, man. I'm a Gemini, man. We're good people, man. Shout out to my
One of my best friends is a Gemini. Hey, Lodge girl.
We share the same birthday.
Gemini's wear their heart on their sleeve.
You alright, but that's my best friend.
I said Gemini's wear their heart on their sleeve.
That might be true for some.
We're not gonna do this though, cause it's Leo season. My birthday's in 3 weeks from today.
Shout out to the Leos.
I like
shout out to all the beautiful ladies that are about to celebrate their birthdays.
Hey y'all.
Get this something out the way, cause it's almost Libra season.
Boo. We're not gonna do that, but anyway, thank you so.
So your birthday's coming up.
Yes, 3 weeks.
Oh, interesting. What day?
3 whole weeks. It's August 22nd. It's a Sunday.
That's dope.
Yeah, like exactly 21 days from today. Of course.
Oh, my fault.
Of course, I'll be in church. I'm always in church. I go to church every Sunday.
Yeah, before we get out of here, we got a bunch of announcements this week. They're coming. Our new comedy show, we're going to announce the date, the lineup this week. Maybe tomorrow, depends how I feel.
Shout out to Josh.
And we got a new show that we're going to announce this week too, that is heavily connected with this one. So stay tuned. Anybody else got anything to say, Hollywood?
September 11th.
So, I just said we're announcing it this week, but yes.
I'm not talking about that, sir. That's not. I already said that earlier.
Well, you wasn't supposed to say it then either. But yes,
I'm leaving.
Superjones.com.
I'm just gonna get up and walk off.
PlayLottoStudios.com, JuiceandJewelry.com, JoJoCaraboba.com, PhillyKidsCode.com, Unemployed.com. That's unemployed with 2 Y's. Superjones.com.
How can people find you on social media? Are you on Instagram?
Instagram /unemployed, and search my name, Josiah DonMartin. JosiahDonMartin.com also. But it all lead back to the same place, baby. All back to the same place.
Yep.
Yo, bro, thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you for finally coming to sit on the sofa.
Don't be a stranger. Yeah, I've been trying to get this guy in here since his first movie. So
anytime, I'm always accessible to some people.
He's busy.
You always hit me. I tell people, you get 24. If it's about business, you call me 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Or it's an emergency. Other than that, 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. my off hours. Any other time, hit me out.
Can we get some tunes to get up out of here?
No, because I'm connected, and you told me to stop. No, you told me to stop.
No, let's dance. I want to dance on the way out.
I don't know any of these songs. These are instrumentals. Freestyle, cuz, on the way out.
Yo, I want to thank our guest, Josiah DonMartin, a.k.a. Super Jones.
I'll never call him that.
Jojo Carabobo.
I can't freestyle, but I won't.
We got super producer. No. We got producer Cookie
Throw
Cole.
Baby.
Damn. On the boards. We got Hollywood Bonnie in the building.
She gonna check me after this.
And I'm your host, Blast. This is Say Less Podcast, episode 141. We'll see y'all next week. ENT rocks the world.
Always.
Where did the name come from?
What?
Blast. How you shoot it?
Possible. I buy a planet. I was like, Eddie, I went on stage. I was like, Eddie, if you get a planet, that shit gonna be Section 8 planet.
You gonna get the Section 8 planet?
Yeah, you gonna get the Section 8. I told you that shit gonna be in the Marcy universe.
Yo, how can you even get a planet? That's what I don't understand.
I don't even know, bro.
Hey, how do we own shit that we don't even own? Like, that's like, I guess you could sell land on Earth, but how do you sell some shit that you ain't never been to? It takes 3 years to get to Mars, I heard.
Yeah, right, leave it to the white man to figure out how to own some shit that White man tell you how to own some shit real quick. They like, hey, you know that planet that was half niggas in it? I tell you what, that's ours, bro. I don't know why. I just felt this hunch that it's mine now, you know? Let's see if they got some spices on there, you know?
Hey, yo, it's your boy Blast from TCP Entertainment. Our newest show, I Hate It Here. This is the man, comedian Josh DeWay. He's hilarious, as you can see. Tell him a little bit about your show.
So we got this great show coming. First and foremost, you know, thank you, Billy, and thank you, Marco, for bringing me a part of the TCP team. You know, these guys have treated me with, you know, the utmost respect and has really allowed me to, you know, be myself. And I just want to take that moment and say thank you. But we have a phenomenal show, you know, coming out. It's called I Hate It Here, and it's going to be something I think the world needs, you know, because we're going to allow us to, one, laugh at people fucking up that ain't us, but also it's going to, you know, give us some positivity and something to just take our mind off of, you know, just the everyday mundane things, you know. So thank you guys again for the opportunity.
It's coming soon to all your platforms, and we might even get it on a different planet. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, hey, Bezos, watch the fuck out.
I Hate It Here, coming soon.
Yeah.